Alright, so far, I actually quite like those other guys. Wait, this wasn't where I was supposed to go, was it? Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
Something disrupts Viktor's work. I pray his focus returns soon.
So one group is the envoys, they're the politicians. One group is the wardens, they're the warriors, and one group is those healer people.
This is foolish, Viktor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Vethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house.
Hi.
If you are not a member of House Vethal, you do not belong here.
Serpents guide you. I am Diviner Max, here to assist whoever I can.
So you are Anasco's chosen.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Vaeric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Diviner, are you well practiced in discretion?
Yeah.
I hope your word is good as well. My son, Vaeric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Viktor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Vaeric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Grief can often cloud our judgment.
This is not grief. This is betrayal. Not only to me, but to our society and the great serpent himself. I do not wish Vaeric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death.
He is your son. You could make an exception.
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Vaeric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Vaeric has a signet ring with House Bethal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid.
If it's the will of the serpent, it will...
I commend you for your faith. A sad day indeed, when an outsider is more devout than my own son. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Vaeric's associates there may know where he went. But keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate. If they were, they will pay the price. And remember, absolute discretion. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Vaeric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Alright. So,
We mourn the loss of our fallen, but no, they walk with the
conflict in conviction. This thing. Okay.
Need some stopping power, huh? Well, look who it is. Dazra's very own guest of honor.
I buy stuff now?
You must have friends in high places, as I have been authorized to trade with you. I have some impressive firepower on offer.
Are your weapons better than anywhere else in Dazra?
My darling, do you really have to ask? Until now, these weapons have only been authorized for use by military personnel. You have the honor of breaking that convention.
You have my attention.
Of course I do. Now, what are you buying?
Are you a soldier?
No, and thank the Great Serpent for that. Unlike them, I actually have chances to shoot my guns. What kind of supplier would I be if I do not test the merchandise? I am sure something will catch up.
Alright. Okay. Right, I see a lot of same stuff. Scouts advance. Oh. Oh, let's buy that. Scouts. So, recon scope, focal lens, large battery. I'm gonna buy that. And I need some. Have the big heavy laser. Keep the sell that. Sell that. So, I think Andrea's
If there is something I can do, please, say so.
my trade gear.
Did you need me?
So she's using the big bang. Let me take Air shard. Probably. That's not the one I have. How did I get two of them? Good issue.
Some other time.
I have some real... They will not know what...
He's still on. We'll be back. I'm gonna wait and get. Alright, we bought a little bit of ammo. Inquiring. I gotta say. No, I've said it. Right, well. Why are they all wearing
All I am saying is that I am not pleased with the recent outsider influence. I am sure you know what I am referring to. Yes, I understand, and I agree with you.
Hi, that's me.
Motivation, and they are welcome with open arms.
Kind of cool. See. Who are you?
Diviner.
This is really cool.
Diviner.
That's really cool seeing like this because you see them in the UC, but
Problem? How did we end up here?
probably a quest. That's
Bring one or more legs. I am not carrying.
Salutations.
hi.
Oh, what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Nice neck tattoo. Sorry to interrupt, but I need to know where I can find Vaeric of Thal.
Oh, you just revealed the question of the day. Where is Vaeric Vathal? The worst thing that can possibly happen happens. And then he disappears. I mean, come on, we're supposed to be friends.
For his good reason. Good friend doesn't have friends don't let friends drink alone.
Exactly. You get it. You'd think B would at least be commiserating with me. But I'm suddenly too drunk to deal with. Some friend she is. All she cares about is Vaeric.
Processing and running.
And I guess I am too. I just want Vaeric to show up so things can get back to normal. Whatever that is.
Care so much. Let me help by finding him for you.
I do care. I just can't... Tane. He mentioned talking to Tane one day about getting off-world. Seeing the settled systems. We never thought he was serious, and even if he wasn't... Tane still might know something.
Alright, I'll try and find Tane.
Your best bet is just sticking around. Tane's a regular. I'm sure he'll be by any minute if you just want to take a seat.
No telling how long it will take to rebuild.
I don't need any free drinks from you.
Excuse me?
Seems it has been one hard day after another. Enough.
Apologize, I've been... Bum, bum. It was one of those situations where I thought I clicked A, and I was like stood there. Like, what the hell? You know, like when you activate a door.
Forgive me.
Yo.
I am tired.
Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
I am? Reverend, bless you. I've been shown the rightful path.
Oh, wow. You really bought in, huh? I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Good fellow archer. I promised to speak to you.
I guess when you're part of the supply chain, they make a few exceptions. There's not a lot of people in the import-export business when it comes to Dazra, and they aim to keep it that way. But believe me, it wasn't any short amount of time before they let me roam these streets.
I see a fellow. What you mean? How'd you end up here?
You could say I'm like a specialized delivery service, moving stuff back and forth between Dazra and the settled systems. Just so happens I got a lot of time on my hands since Dazra went to hell and I lost my ship. And let me tell you, I thought things were grim before. Whatever that incident was, this whole planet's gonna need therapy.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's something, isn't it? I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
Only I understand, bro. Certain it's the Great Serpent's intervention.
So I've heard. You got something about you, that's for sure. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for?
I heard you know, I'd like your help finding a Vaeric.
Vaeric Vathal, huh? That's no small name around here. Well, I guess that depends, diviner. Who wants to know?
I do.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son?
Yes.
And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent, and I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out.
Alright.
Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races.
We? The tracker on him?
You make it sound creepy. But yeah, for emergencies.
You're coming with me?
Yep. When it comes to my stuff, it's like a package deal. I'm not just gonna hand off valuable tech to some stranger.
Alright, let's go.
After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Hey. What does he mean when he says technology? Stop jumping. Oh, the tracker pink's over there. I know. Bum, bum. Oh. Mister. 13 meters. Ooh. Ah. Just let me talk to them. Is it the crash site? 366 meters. Landing camp. 3, 4, maybe? Yeah. I wish legendary creatures were after them. Where does this thing?
Remote lab facilities are sometimes set up to engage in activities that are dangerous, illegal, or both.
Use tracker. Shock.
A temporary encampment, but not an uneventful stay for the occupant.
Number 1. Oh, we found the tracker. Tracking device key. Nothing here. I've done it. I've left. My father feared of nursing of anger. I always figured. Perhaps he's delusional. This proves he'd never seen things my way. I made the right decision, but my mind still bombards me with questions. Did I act too quickly? What about Vittoria and Luther? What about Eggy and B? What would my father do? My only hope is sleep at this point. My only hope for sleep at this point is the exhaustion will suddenly take me. As expected, I didn't sleep well last night. At least this morning I can turn to my camp and do next. Planning ahead certainly paid off. I've been slowly building up this area ever since Tane and I first got plans to get me off Runkai. Figuring a safe place if I had to unexpectedly lay low. Tracking address he gave me, so I can only hope he puts 2 and 2 together. In the meantime, I'm hoping to distract my mind by organizing my temporary home. Footprints are sporadic. The thread tells you they were only from one person. I've head west. Vaeric might have fled the camp after having to put a small fight. Might have fled.
Quite a view from here. This place is unique, is it not?
Miss.
Keep your eye out for anything that might point. Friend's a strong word. More like friendly acquaintances. Guess we both felt the Herald's Rest was one of the few places that made us feel like real people. Couple of drinks and everyone's your friend in that moment.
What kind of person is Vaeric?
He's a good enough guy, I suppose. A little self-absorbed, spoiled. Growing up in a noble house probably does that to you. A little naive, too. He's got this friend, Bianca. She's crazy about him. But the guy's oblivious. And his friend Eggy? Guy needs to lay off the Koza. But I heard Vaeric let him in on his tab. That's gonna work out well. Blames his dad for everything, though. And I get it. Viktor Vathal is not an easy man.
Self-absorbed?
He's just used to getting his way and the world revolving around him. When you're raised to be elder, that's bound to bring you all sorts of extra attention. So sometimes when hanging around with us peons, he forgets we have our own thoughts and opinions.
Is that actually to blame?
Well, it's Viktor we're talking about, so it wouldn't surprise me. But Vaeric can't see how much effort Viktor puts into making sure his son has all the tools he needs to take over. He'll go on these rants of Viktor drilling him on scenarios. Stuff makes my brain hurt. But Vaeric talks about it like child's play.
Backtrack.
Hey, whatever you want.
Alright, we'll go for now. This is reminding me of one of the Mass Effect Andromeda missions. Climbed all the way up there to put a step ladder down. Wow, you're very helpful. This fell over. Vortex. Oh, the creature's long body. I love how the creatures like will defend. Very cool. Got him, I think.
Still at one piece. 2 arms, 2 legs. Still good to go. All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things.
At least they aren't as common as the Phantoms.
You got that right. Damn house we're on. Wiping out half their city and bringing in horrors like these. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Vaeric's alive. You find anything?
There's a blood stain. He must have been injured.
Injured? Hope he doesn't bleed out by the time we find him. Well, what's next? Vaeric must have fled in a hurry since his tracker's still here. So guess the rest is up to us.
We track him. He's injured. Shouldn't be hard.
Sounds like a plan. And hopefully that injury slows him down enough for us to catch up. Let's head back down and see what we can find. And by we, I mean you.
I will say it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how he's like, let's backtrack. We're looking for blood. Examine which way he went.
There seems to be a path up. We should follow it.
Alright. Footprints are less sporadic. You can tell someone rests here and headed north away. Alright, well at least the game's not making me figure out which way north is.
Did you hear something?
So the fire rate on this is insane. Fire rate on this is really insane. So I wonder, like I'm gonna assume these are just gonna be better than the other variants, which makes sense because, you know, it's House for Rune. Their tech is pretty. I mean, they have fucking teleporters. And Tane, like, get the farmer. Apostate. I really should have brought them. But he's over the. Hello?
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited?
Serpent's Blessing, sister. We come in search of Vaeric Vithal.
Vaeric Vithal? As in Viktor's son? Haven't seen him. Ever, in fact. Besides, what would the heir of House Vithal be doing on my farm?
He's injured. We're worried about him.
I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it.
His injuries may need special treatment, please.
All right, fine.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said before, I've never seen Vaeric Vithal. We keep to ourselves. There's no reason for a path to cross. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Vaeric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him.
So he's still alive?
He had a pretty bad injury, but we were able to patch him up. He didn't want to stick around, though. Once he felt better, we sent him north. There's a long-abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own growths to get started.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, and safe travels. If you find him, give him our regards.
Will do. Going to the apostate's refuge. Like, I want to know what, like, happens. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, the House of Ruin are a bit different than, you know, the settled system. But, like, killing his son is, like, it's, like, strange, but, like, fair enough, I guess. But killing, like, all the people involved? Like, Jesus. I wonder what happens if you tell the council everything. First my first day in my life, I hope. I suppose I'm a growth farmer now. Long way from heir apparent, but I'm thankful for the distance. Yes, quite a bit has happened since I last wrote. Tane never came, and I had to flee when Vortex horrors found me and attacked. Perhaps I am my father of all people to thank for those combat lessons he forced me through. Some kind farmers took me and helped back me up. They were respectful of my privacy and you pointed me here. Saying a version of my plight. Should my father send anyone after them, I can only hope my remaining anonymous keeps them. Hey, this is a big place. I hear weird noises. Rex computer. Got up early, fed the groats. I think I'll name the female Bella, but not sure on the male yet. I took account for the repairs needed. Was at least able to get this old computer up and running. It gives me hope that I may be able to fix up the Model A's that have been abandoned. I think I argued with my father over a need for engineering skills. If I ever hear news of Dazra turning normal, perhaps I'll initiate contact with Tane again. A life far away from Serpent and house politics, that's what I really want. Now isolated goat farmer is good enough. Everything is catching up with me again. My father, what have I done? The people I've left behind, but most of all I miss my sister. I never thought all I'd have of her was a ring. I never thought I'd lose her. Now I'm dying to hear her voice again, to have her reassure me that I've made the right decision. She's been my voice of reason for almost my entire life. She was always the one I could talk to about anything, no matter how big or small. How much she may disagree with me, she would be the one to take our father's place, not me. Model A's are up and running and should be a good day, but once again I find myself riddled guilt over what I've done. I keep playing last moment with my father over my head. It's not his words, it's his look of betrayal on his face. He responded with anger, but the blow I struck was deep. I told him I couldn't stand by and watch them destroy themselves, but I rejected everything he stands for. House Vithal, House Faroon, and the Great Serpent, and of course, I knew full well what my actions would require him to do as head of ministry. I realize now the position of conflict I put him in. The question remains whether he can let me go, or one day wake up to Vithal wardens at my door. There, oh shit. Jesus Christ, this region is treacherous. Yo.
Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything?
Yeah. Not home. But this is where he's living.
Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Hello, Vaeric.
Whoa, hey, it's me. Tane. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Hello.
Rightfully so.
I'm Diviner Max.
I wish I could say I was pleased to meet you, but something tells me this isn't a social call. Please, if you're here on my father's orders, allow me to plead my case.
Of course, I'd like to know your side of the story.
I'm glad someone does for once.
Can you take
I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of Elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. But I want none of it.
There's always a choice.
With House Vithal? Easier said than done.
I like the guy.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about.
Finding your role. Parents.
That's the issue. As far as my father's concerned, he's the most supportive parent out there. Giving me all the tools and teachings I need to inherit House Vithal and assume the reins of the Ministry of State. I'm the ungrateful one. I'm the problem. Not him. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too, but yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now.
Why were you looking for Rick?
Yup. We had a few things to discuss. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Vaeric running off thinking I could just grab him and go.
Oh.
I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not 2 for the price of 1?
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time.
I have a ship.
My hope now is to make the best of it here.
First, tell me why you choose to leave now, all time.
I suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the scaled citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
Oh. Value faith more than family.
Especially when that faith leads to hate.
Kind of doing a
I
backwards
hope you
turn
can
here.
see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life. I asked that you give me that chance.
I have a ship. You to go. But I would ask for something in return.
Anything. Name it.
Your ring. 100,000 credits.
My ring. Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm. The disaster took every physical reminder of her except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence.
Good one.
True. It's as if she's looking out for me. One last time. Take it. I'll find solace in the fact that the ring will remain with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Vaeric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Viktor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Vicky, can I talk to you about your girlfriend?
I owe you my life in more ways than one.
Right. I want to come back here at some point. Victor. Like, to be honest, what he said just resonated with me. Like,
Diviner.
if what's his face knows, if the rune guy knows that what he did, like, or had a inkling of what he was gonna do was gonna cause catastrophe, problematic.
You're back. What news do you bring?
Dead. Vaeric answered. Son is dead.
What have you done? Vaeric.
This blood is on your hands, Viktor. I hope you remember this.
What is done must be the will of the Great Serpent.
Do not hide behind doctrine. You know as well as I there was a choice to be made.
No, it was Vaeric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it.
I may have done the deed, but even I think you went too far.
Then I can appreciate a tool that does not question. Ultimately, I care nothing for what you think. Now, only one matter remains to discuss. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery?
Trust me when I say the situation was handled.
Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. You restored order to this house, and have my gratitude.
You give me 1,000 credits for killing his son?
The access code that
Oh,
Echoes
Jesus
needs
fucking
to connect
Christ.
to the power grid. Now go. I have much to arrange.
I would allow Victoria her space if I were you.
I want to tell her he's not. Let me tell her says that if you allow me the ask, can she fucking walk?
Brother?
The fuck did she go?
The great serpent watch over.
Where did she go? What is she, a fucking ghost?
If you need to kill someone.
That's the end. Dazra.
Viktor may not realize it now, but he... Until next time.
Where the fuck? Is that her? Did she like go down to the armory? Armory staff and
Need some stopping time for you to go save the day.
am I supposed to be? I'm not Definitely. She go. Where did she go? I wanted to tell her fucking nephew's not. Well, there's no way in hell I'm finding her. I'll tell you that.
Diviner?
Hello? Hello?
I would give anything. Anything. Just to see her one more time. Hello?
Hello?
I must say I'm surprised you are still here. If I were in your shoes, I would have turned heel and ran as far away from this place as I could. All that was good in Dazra is dead and gone.
Here to help.
We appreciate it, but some of us have lost too much already. I'm not talking about buildings or plazas or temples or offices. I'm talking about people, like my wife, that are no longer here. Dead and gone. No amount of your help will bring them back.
I really hope we can scold. Is there anything I do? Help you?
Unless you can find a way for me to trade places with my wife? No. That is selfish, I know. But I would give anything to trade places.
Okay. Well,
do not take anything.
Right, we need to try. I would really want to. Maybe the mess hall?
His eyes are always watching. Serpent Key.
Chosen.
What was that? It's an Dazra. Oh, Gloria.
The very sight of you offends me.
I have news that requires utmost secret. I trust you to keep a secret.
A fine question after I trusted you with vital information about our family and asked you to spare my nephew. I should have put the same question to you myself.
I have news for you that requires the utmost secrecy.
Great serpent, steal me. My heart beats with anticipation, and yet I fear to ask.
The heretic lives, the great serpent. Take over while Vaeric lives.
You speak the truth.
Yes, I'm not a monster.
Where is he? I must see him.
He's on a growth farm. Fuck. If I tell her... Fucking... Vaeric is on a growth farm in the Highlands.
My nephew, a growth farmer. I always knew that Viktor would drive him away. Vaeric often spoke to me of his own dreams and aspirations. And they never did include house politics. I think even Viktor knew he was unhappy. But his pride only allowed him to see a boy that would follow in his footsteps.
I only wanted you to know. Viktor is free to live his own life now.
I should be happy for him for that alone. As much as I want to see his face, it is enough to know that Vaeric is alive and safe. You have brought me peace.
See, I'm not a monster.
Thank you, Diviner.
I have to say bonus points to Bethesda for that. Because they didn't like, there's no like dialogue there that's like, oh, you should, you know, you should go and tell her. That's really cool.
The device looks ready. Let us hope it has not been built too hastily.
What else did you add to it since that was gone, my man? Oh, big. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is this? Yo, boss man.
The warning device may be our one and only chance to reach Anasco and save Dazra. Did Viktor finally relinquish the access code?
Yep. Yeah. How is your work coming along?
We're almost there. So I'm hoping you have the final key to unlocking the morning device's true potential.
I do.
The power grid access is the last thing we need.
Yes, this slate has the code on it.
Excellent. We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now give me a moment to set up the grid.
Oh shit.